Hello. Welcome back to the channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, don't do unboxings. I might do a few playthroughs next year. But today we're going to be talking about our top 100 board games of all time. This is numbers 70 all the way down to number 61. Did you get offended by some of the jokes in the last segment? I hope you did. My sole purpose in life is to annoy people and to upset people. I do those in equal measure, so don't accuse me of discrimination of any kind. But let's stop waffling. Let's crack on with this list. Number 70 on this list is a dexterity game where you'll be throwing dice at a target to score points. Yeah, this is Dungeon Fighter. Like I just told you, you're going to be lobbing a die onto a target, hoping to inflict damage on monsters as you work your way through a dungeon. Yeah, the thing about this game is that the monsters will dictate to you how you throw the die. Yeah, you might have to throw the die off the end of your nose, you might have to stick it on the end of your knob, or you might have to get hold of somebody's hand and lob it for him. Yeah, our original copy of Dungeon Fighter does have the 4 expansions in the box. Yeah, they reprinted this as 2 separate games, so they were trying to convince you that it was worth buying 2 separate games to get all the content. Fuck off. But yeah, Dungeon Fighter is very difficult game to master because you're going to be throwing square dice and they don't roll in a predictable manner, but there's not really any other way they could have done it. If you'd had a round die, then that would have just flown off of the fucking table, wouldn't it? But yeah, there's loads of variety in this, even in the core set. Try and pick up some of the expansions if you do find the base game, because you're going to need that extra content to give you extra laughs. Yeah, but yeah, as a dexterity game, it is fiendishly difficult, but also very rewarding. Very rewarding when you can't say very rewarding without slowing down your speech, right? So number 69 on this list is... I'm not going to make a joke about that here. Well, maybe I could do. You have to watch the Not Safe for Work edition of this segment, won't you? It's Xia Legends of a Drift System. Yeah, this is a roll and move game. Yeah, I know I fucking hate roll and move games, but I'm going to make an exception for this one because it does have enough content to mask over the fact that you're going to be rolling a die and moving, right? This is widely regarded as a sandbox game, yeah? What they mean by sandbox is you could basically do whatever the fuck you like, but really you can't in this game. You're going to be sort of funneled into different roles, yeah? You might become a member of the Space Police. You might become a rogue trader, or you might become a fucking smuggler, yeah? Whatever you choose to do, the galaxy is going to be built as you play the game, and there's going to be different things you can do on each tile, yeah? You might fly directly into the fucking sun like complete and utter fuckwit, yeah? I wouldn't recommend that though, you know what I mean? I'd recommend that you do it at the back, yeah? There was a fucking brilliant expansion for this, the Embers of a Forsaken Star, yeah? Pretty much essential, so if you get the core set, then you're going to have to pick that up as well. It uses a tetromino, depending on how much of a fucking twat you are. You're going to be arranging these in your ship, and the way that you arrange them is going to give you more energy, more actions to take, yeah? I love this game. I forgive it for being a roll and move game. It is quite luck dependent. You're going to be rolling a 20-sided die, and if you roll a certain number, you're going to either get a boon or a fucking bane. But sometimes you just want to throw a die and see what happens, don't you? Rather than pouring over a bunch of fucking cubes. And Xia Legends of a Drift System delivers that in spades. Are we there yet? Number 68 on this list is a game by Matthias Kramer, yeah? It is a game called Lancaster. This was made in 2008, and it's amazing, really, that it's on our top 100 games of all time, yeah? In Lancaster, you're going to be sending your knights out to different counties in England, and each knight has got a different strength. You're going to be able to increase the strength of your knights, and dependent on the strength of the knight you send to that county, you're going to be able to remove other players' knights that are of a weaker strength, yeah? But in doing that, you're going to be competing for the favour of the nobles, and you can even get into a conflict with France and try and decide once and for all why they decided to surrender to the Nazis in World War II. I am joking, by the way. I love a bit of Lancaster, and I used to love a bit of Lancaster sausage, but I don't anymore. It's a game that sort of epitomises what was called the golden age of board games a few years ago, an age that I think we've finally come out of, and we've entered into a new epoch, yeah? So if you want to see what a quintessential golden age of board games game is, have a look at Lancaster, yeah? Because it's fucking amazing. So number 67 on this list is another game that sort of epitomises a bygone era, yeah? It's a game called Catan, yeah? How the fuck is this on a top 100 list in 2024? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because it's fucking amazing, yeah? Talking about vanilla Catan, don't really play this with any of the expansions. I just like the original version of this. And in Catan, you're going to be rolling a couple of dice, and you will be getting resources based on whether or not you've got cities or settlements on intersections of hexes, yeah? You're going to be spending these resources to build more settlements, build more roads, loads, get armies, and the first player to 10 points will be the winner, yeah? This game changed the landscape like really no other game. Dungeons and Dragons is the only other game to have altered the historical trajectory of the human race, yeah? This brought German Euro games to everyone's attention in the United States, and in doing so, changed the way that people thought about games. And Catan gets a lot of bullshit these days. A lot of people say they're never going to play it, or it's bullshit, or it's like the new Monopoly. But just think about this, yeah? Catan had never been made. You probably wouldn't be sitting here listening to me talk bullshit, and you probably wouldn't be playing board games today, because board games as they exist would be completely and utterly different, yeah? So I've got a lot of respect for Catan, and I still enjoy playing it, and I don't give a flying fuck what any of you naysayers have to say about it. So number 66, not number 666, well it may as well be, because it's Arkham Horror 2nd edition. Where the fuck did this come from, yeah? I picked this up because I got a little bit fed up with its younger sibling, so I picked up the original version of Arkham Horror, and I didn't really like it when I first played it, yeah, but I've been dragging it out more and more over the last year or two, and I added the Dunwich Horror expansion, and I'm starting to think maybe they should like reprint the whole series, yeah, because I really enjoy it, yeah? It does take a long time to play, and it is really random, it's unforgiving, shit happens and you just got to deal with it. But the way this game tells its story is, well, it's not unmatched, because you've got Eldritch Horror doing exactly the same thing, but the Cthulhu mythos type thing comes over in a way that no other game seems to be doing it, yeah? So I'm going to make an appeal to Fantasy Flight Games, or whoever owns them these days. I'm assuming it's Asmodee. Do yourself a favour, get on GameFound or Kickstarter and offer to reprint every single little bit of content in one package for this, and people will bite your fucking hand off. I know I will. Well, I haven't got any kidneys left to sell, so I'll just offer you my left bum cheek if that's all right with you. That might feed some starving people, because you could sort of sell it as a sirloin steak, I suppose. It's fucking big enough. But yeah, Arkham Horror 2nd edition. Maybe I'm just getting old, man, but sort of falling back in love with this one. Fucking weird, isn't it? Number 65 on our list of our top 100 board games of all time is a game based on another sensitive topic that has been receiving a lot of shit over the last few years. It's a game called Conan, yeah? This game has received loads of bullshit for some of the representations in the game, you know, scantily clad women and all that, bikini armour and all that short shit. Not interested in any of that crap. I just want to throw some dice and hack up some fucking bad guys, yeah? And that's what Conan does. The rules are a little bit weird. It's very difficult to sort of make sense of what the rules are going on about, so you're going to have to sort of just hit and hope a lot of the time with this one. But this game is fucking vast, yeah? We picked up a French version, translated the rules myself, pasted up all the cards, because I am a cheapskate, but it keeps on coming back onto Kickstarter and all that, so if you do like Conan and you want some of the extra content, all you got to do is just wait and it will come back around again, yeah? Thematically, this game is immaculate. It takes the flavour of the books and the movies and dumps them on your dining room table, and it's a really fun game to boot, yeah? So yeah, Conan, one of the better miniature skirmish games, dice chucking and Ameritrash fucking things that you can get, and if you're a cheapskate bastard like me, just get a cheap French version and translate the rules yourself. I mean, fucking board game piracy most. Number 64 on this list is a game called Pillars of the Earth. Yeah, this is allegedly based on a book by Ken Follett. And guess what? I've never read the book. And I don't plan on reading the book, because I gave up reading books in 2001. Well, apart from fighting fantasy game books, yeah. So yeah, Pillars of the Earth is a worker placement game where you'll be placing your builders out onto the board, and you will be going around from number 1 all the way down through the action spaces to number whatever it is, and you'll be taking the actions in order, trying to be the best builder that's going to build this fucking massive cathedral in the centre of the board, yeah, made out of wood. Don't think the original cathedral was made out of wood, probably made out of stone, but the one in the game's made out of wood, isn't it? You're going to have a stone cathedral in the box, are you, prick? So yeah, it's got wonderful artwork by Michael Menzel, is it? The guy who done Stone Age and made his own game, Legends of Andor. This game was out of print for absolutely ages, went for stupid money, and then suddenly, out of the blue, the board game market was saturated with cheap copies of Pillars of the Earth. Maybe someone found them in a dungeon somewhere, in a vault or whatever. Doesn't seem to get as much love as it used to, maybe because people are fickle that way, but I've always loved Pillars of the Earth, yeah. Just a shame that the expansion probably never going to be reprinted, yeah. I would love to see that come back in print, but in terms of solid European worker placement games, then Pillars of the Earth is fucking super. Number 63 on this list is a racing game that is, it's a couple of years old now, and it seems like it was released last year. Maybe it was released last year, but it's Heat, Pedal to the Metal, yeah? In this game, you're going to be playing cards onto your dashboard. You're going to be moving your cars forward, and the twist with this is that you're going to be generating heat, yeah? You don't want to generate heat because it clogs up your deck. Then you will want to generate heat so that you can use the turbo facility that will allow you to move towards the finish line quicker. There's loads and loads of add-ons in the core set, yeah? Loads of upgrades for your cards and all that sort of stuff. And and the Heavy Rain expansion adds another track to add more players. I think there were some spaces in the original box for like up to 8 players, but I'm not sure whether or not that's been sorted out yet. But yeah, Heat Pedal to the Metal, sort of like an extension of Flamme Rouge. I think it's sort of by the same sort of team, yeah. Yeah, a brilliant racing game that everybody should at least have a look at once, yeah. So number 62 on this list is a game called Baron Park. This translates into Bear Park, yeah? You'll be doing exactly that. You'll be opening up a zoo with different types of bears in it. And the way this works is that you'll be trying to fill up a space on a player board with these different sort of Tetris-style tiles. These will be giving you varying amounts of points, and you'll be trying to cover up these different spaces that will allow you to take more tiles through different levels and giving you extra stuff, yeah? There was an expansion for this called, I want to say the Bad News Bears or something, but maybe that's the Mandela effect talking, which adds a monorail and all that sort of thing. Mental, innit? But yeah, Baron Park is a game that I play a lot with my children, yeah, because it's so simple and the theme is so adorable, yeah. It's a really, really nice Euro game that we still play a lot today, yeah. So number 61 on this list is a hidden movement game that looks like the dog's bollocks. It's a game called Feed the Kraken, yeah? This plays best in large groups, maybe like 8 players or more, and each player is going to be given a hidden role, but you'll be a member of one faction. You might be the pirates, you might be sailors, or you might be a cult member. Either way, you'll be trying to maneuver the ship into a certain direction so that you can get to your island first, yeah? The cultists, on the other hand, will be trying to steer the boat and maybe like commit suicide before the game ends, yeah? There's loads of other little bits and pieces stuck in to Feed the Kraken. There's different cards you play, different roles that will be making an appearance throughout it. So if you've got wonderful components, a beautiful looking board, and some stunning mechanics, then you've got a really, really decent hidden role game, yeah? So there you go. That is the next installment of our top 100 board games of all time. What do you think of our list so far? Leave a comment in that section down below. Don't hang yourself in the rafters because you've got depressed listening to a bald ginger geezer waffle on for 10 minutes about what he thinks is the best board games. Go out and find your own best board games, you lazy bastards, and stop listening to other people. Formulate your own opinions based on your own experiences, yeah? See you next time.